If you guys want to kick it off, maybe Demetri, if you want to give a quick intro, and then we can just kick off some questions.
Yeah,
All good.
yeah. Thanks for inviting and yeah, it was great to see the presentation of the CLI. Could be useful for us as well in the future. Uh, yeah, so Stakewise is a permissionless liquid staking protocol. We are live on Ethereum and Gnosis for about like 4 years already. You can run node on Stakewise and get the access to the liquid staking token. And also you can start your own business where you can do like pool staking or launch your own LST.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know you guys are one of the longest standing and most well respected LSTs in the space. So having been on Ethereum and Gnosis for so long, what made you want to expand out to other networks? What was your motivation?
Yeah, so we were always looking into expanding to other networks. It's great if on other networks. And yeah, it increases the volume, it increases the utility of your token. And in general, there are so high adoption of L2s as of today that it's great to take part in it. And of course, other networks, they incentivize protocols to join. And if you qualify, you can always get the initial incentives to bootstrap your liquidity, to get those first integrations, and to make your token go multi-chain.
Yeah, and this makes total sense. And I think as an Ethereum LST, it makes a ton of sense to expand to EVM L2s. That's a perfect factor. And yeah, as you say, it's a combination of UX, ecosystem. People are on certain chains, trying to abstract that experience away over time. And so in that, can you like walk us through a little bit around your decision around which token framework or standard to use when trying to expand to a new EVM chain?
Sure. Yeah. So like there were like several criteria that we were looking into. The first one was to like we want the framework that we're gonna use to be like fully owned by the DAO, and that like in case we would like to tweak it, in case we would like to do some changes, that we can do that on our own. Also, like we saw proposals where you can get like a consensus around different bridging protocols. So, and that's something that we were also very interested into, and also like again, is let's say you would like to have a more secure solution, or like sort of like a multi-chain, multi-sig of different bridging protocols. That's also something that is great. And of course, the reputation and the utilization in the space. We saw the report from Uniswap. We saw like different proposals in our competitor forums. So and that's how we, after like evaluating, we thought like yeah, NTT is the great fit for us.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear, Dima. Yeah, you guys are the ideal partner and an integrator to be using the framework, given your set of criteria. So can you walk us through a little bit around the design considerations that you had to make when integrating NTT?
Yeah. So in general, like we didn't have to adopt like or do any big like design changes. The only thing that we had different to the NTT deployment is that we have like a burn function which get like receives as one additional argument. So we had to tweak a bit that. But other than that, it was just like out of the box deployment. We also utilized the Wormhole Connect for our front end. So we had to do like some style changes. We had to specify a config file. So and that's pretty much it. Other than that, I think it was very smooth and out of the box deployment. So yeah, we deployed it on Arbitrum, we deployed it on mainnet as of now, and in the future we are planning to expand to Optimism and definitely like other L2s and also like maybe other chains. Yeah, and yeah, I think like for the front end we have like a separate page where you can bridge Ether, OSC, and also Swice. We also integrated our governance token. Yeah, it's live and you can test it on app.stakewise.io.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome, Dima. And how did you come to like decisions around like say like rate limiting like initially? What was your how did you think about that?
Yeah, so that was like one of the parameters we had to think a bit longer about. Of course, like um, we would love to have like more token bridged and maybe like used on other networks, but also it's good to maybe start with a certain limit and gradually increase it as you see like more tokens bridged. So yeah, we started as like 10% of supply for OSIF and Swice as a limit. And as soon as we see that we are getting to that limit, we will start increasing um, uh, the limits. And yeah, I think it's just that it's great that it's like you can be flexible in terms of like you don't need to bake the limits into like deployment during the first deployment, but you can also reconfigure and yeah, increase them in the future.
For sure. And that's something that that you'll also be able to do with the that you're able to do now with the Cleat as well, is make those changes, which is super nice. And I guess just in terms of the actual like your experience, like from a developer standpoint, developer type experience, how did you find the experience actually deploying, going to mainnet? Was there anything you found like during the process of deploying? Like how was that just overall?
Followed and also like some examples of other protocols that we could look into as well. That really helped. And it's great that you were able to like deploy and also verify the contracts. That's sometimes like yeah, you don't get that out of the box. So yeah, I think it was just following the steps, deploying, verifying, checking the parameters, making sure that we have like environment variables configured correctly. One thing actually we had is that for the Swice we had a bit incorrect limit set, and thanks to Ossi, he helped us to figure it out, and then we kind of fix that. So yeah, I think it was smooth, and I think with like CLI it probably will be even easier and faster to deploy.
100%. I actually checked that using the alpha with the first release of the CLI, and was able to see that straight away. So it was no big deal. And you'll be able to check those yourself, obviously from now using the CLI, which is
to switch up Oz peppering you with questions.
yeah.
The first thing I wanted to ask is just recently, do you have any sort of like integrations or updates or kind of just news that you'd like to highlight in general for Stakewise and what you guys have been up to recently?
Yeah, sure. I think like one of the big ones is actually yeah, we got our first L2, which is like Arbitrum. We have uh, a pool on Balancer, and also we've got like integration with the Ramses. So if you are on Arbitrum and you're looking for great yields there, we have just like a new pool there that's going to be incentivized for a pretty long time. So feel free to join there. Also, we have like on our B2B side, We have integration with MetaMask. So if you go on MetaMask and stake there, you're likely staking with Stakewise, or actually, yeah, with pooled staking solution, you stake with Stakewise Vault, and yeah, I think those were like the two latest progresses we had so far.
That's huge, pretty impressive. So that's kind of recently. And then what about looking forward, like the next 6 to 12 months? Anything you're looking forward to, either on the technical side or BD integrations, B2B type of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Like one of the things we wanted to build during this year is actually related to multi-chain staking. So one of the things that we all know is like when you interact on Ethereum mainnets, what we want to build in the future is that where people can stake Ether on L2s and then it gets bridged and to the mainnet, and the validators are created on the mainnet while the users, they don't spend gas like a lot of on the gas transactions. So yeah, one thing is the multi-chain staking. Also, we are of course looking into the restaking part. We have an integration with Eigenlayer, so you can use OSSAFE um, to restake there. But yeah, there are more things to come during this year around restaking as well.
Sweet. Multi-chain staking sounds like something else we will probably be working on together. So looking forward to that.
Awesome. Yeah, and also like the
The last
governance,
one,
I think.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, just to add on the governance side, I think like the more things we're gonna deploy um, on L2s and other chains, there will be like more configuration parameters. Right now we have like a like DAO selected multisig that is controlling the NTT manager, but of course in the future we want to have like a DAO proposal created, executed on the mainnet, and then the decision bridged to the like desired chain and then executed there. So that's more kind of, yeah, like the better DAO setup that we want to get to during this year as well.
Yeah, it sounds like potentially a multi-gov integration like we're building out for W right now. Being able to vote on, not only vote on Ethereum and broadcast that decision out, but being able to actually vote on any L2 and have it all combined into one voting
Yeah,
proposal. So that, yeah, that'd be really cool. Maybe you guys have a question. I guess I can ask just one more. For
sure. Yeah, I think like with Stakewise, you can pretty much do everything. You can run the nodes. You can start your own liquid staking business, or you can just like do normal pool staking. So yeah, if you enjoy running the nodes and you can get access, and you want to still get like access to your capital, like mint LST on top, definitely check out the Stakewise documentation about running the nodes. And yeah, just join our Discord, and there are a lot of new things that are coming in the next couple of months.
Amazing. Yeah, super excited to be part of the journey, Dima. And yeah, we're here to support wherever we can. And yeah, it's been awesome working with you guys so far, to be honest.
Likewise. Thank you.
Nice one.
We can probably wrap it up there. Anything else you want to leave people with, Dimitri? Like where to follow you or Stakewise for updates?
Sure. Yeah, you can follow Stakewise.io on Twitter, and yeah, my personal handle is that's with me. So make sure to, if you like, you can join, follow me as well.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the time and answering some questions, educating our community as well as potentially people from yours. It was great to have you on, and I think we can wrap it up here. So thanks everybody who was able to join or people who are watching the recording. We will see you guys sometime soon. Thank you.
Thank you.